Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's uh let's go ahead and do a little bit of research while we're here. Go ahead and put this thing on full screen right quick so we can see how to work around it. If I click the right button, it'll work better. All right, allow. Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna do a HMA build, and with that being said, we know we're gonna need to do some research to see, to get an idea of, what buildings that we might need once we're there. All I'm doing right now is going around and making sure my armies are steady rolling. You have to hit them hoods. You know how you got to do sometimes, uh, and that GE for that matter. All right, so let's get in here and do this right quick. Give it just a second to load. Bless its heart. All right, here's the text for HMA. So we already know that we're going to be doing alchemy because we've already looked, and alchemies are a 3x2 footprint, and they produce 180 an hour, and that's really good for a 3x2 footprint. That's just 6 spaces. Uh, so let's scroll on back. We see if we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expansions, we have one on the content map. So that's 6 expansions we can add. We're not going to worry too much about the military buildings right now. Let's see. Cultural buildings should be taken care of because we're going to add a Haga to the mix. So all we should need to worry about is which houses are we going to use. Those are 156. Where's the other houses? Houses. All right, and these are 90. Yeah, so all right, and we know already that dried herbs is all we can see on our content map. So we're going to start out with dried herbs as our new HMA goods. I'm just waiting on it to load so I can make sure for a fact that it was dried goods. Uh, yeah, dried herbs. All right, so I'll go ahead and get logged in, and I'll go ahead and get logged into City Planner and get a empty footprint, and we'll start from there. Be right back. Okay, I'm back for a moment. All I've done was load it up, loaded up the base like you seen me do it last time, and all I've done is deleted the buildings. I left this road with the 4x4 style squares over here. Uh, there's two of the EMA buildings that I have boosted, goods buildings, so we're going to try to keep them and work them in. Over here, as you can see, I've added a bunch of expansions over here so I could place down these new great buildings that I'm going to try to incorporate into this build. Uh, we know that we got at least 6 expansion spots, so we're going to go ahead and put them down. And we're going to try to shoehorn all this stuff in. It should be a little bit easier. We won't have to have as many military buildings because of the Alcatraz. And we're going to be focusing on the Haga to provide all of our happiness. Uh, as you can see, let me see if I can find it here. And Haga, well, it actually don't. It just tells you the footprint. It don't tell you what it actually does. But it's a happiness and forge point kind of thing. So it's definitely needed because we need both of those. All right, so I'm gonna play around here just a little bit and see what I can do, and I'll bring you guys back once we have somewhat of an idea of what we can do here. And all it's going to be is just like I showed you before. I'm going to find the buildings over here in this toolbar. I'm going to go through them and place them, find exactly what I'm wanting to place down and place it. And the thought is I'm trying to do a fighter style base. So I want to be, a little bit military heavy, but I still need to have enough goods buildings to provide, for my guild and for myself. And it's a balance, guys. There's no right or no wrong way to do it. I could go full military style and not worry about goods, or I could go all goods and not worry about my military and just take what the Alcatraz gives me. The Temple of Relics is a little bit selfish of a great building in my opinion. All it does is it helps you. It don't help nobody else. I mean, it don't help the guild at all for me to have it. All it does is it'll help me in my in my GE. But I'll be back in just a little bit. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I'm back for another moment. Here's what I have so far. This is just the great buildings that I had over there down. The only thing there is just pretty much great buildings. Over here's a row of goods. As you can see up here, we're needing 3,450 population. Uh, we're gonna get to that. We know that we know that our Tower of Babel at level 10 is going to be somewhere around the 8 to 900 range on the people. So if we can get that up, if we can get that up to to where we're negative 800, we'll call that good. It looks like I've made a little bit of a mistake on the goods on the supplies. I'm saying if you look, the alchemist here is 180 per hour, as you can see, and then the payout is 30 per tile. Uh, it's 3 by 2, and so that's 6 tiles. 6 goes into 180 3 times, or well, 6 goes into 18 3 times. So add the 0, and there's your 30. All right, if we go down and we look at the windmill, as you can see, costs 500 diamonds, so that's out of the picture. But this farm right here, it's 730 per hour. Now it's a bigger footprint. The footprint's 20 tiles, but it pays out 36.5 per tile. So we're going to go with them. We're going to go with the farm. I was just bringing you back here so you can see what I have so far, so you can see what I'm kind of planning out. Um, we also have to remember that we're currently in GVG in the Iron Age, so we got to put in a couple ballistas and a couple archers at least, so we can help support our GVG front. And I'll bring you guys back. I'm gonna keep fooling around here and see what we can come up with. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back, guys. I fooled around with it for about 20 more minutes or something like that. As you can see, all my roads are pretty much straight. Well, they are straight. Um, I was told, when planning out a city, that you always want to try to keep your big buildings on the outside if possible. You can see I have a few open spaces here for if I get any more victory towers or flaming any of the little cool little buildings that you might be able to get. Wishing wells. Let's see the watchfires. Those would fit. And of course, this isn't perfect. This is just a plan. This is something that I would aspire to get. I don't mean that along the way. If you notice, if you look in here, there's no rogue hideouts. I might get a couple rogue hideouts and add that in here. If you look up here at the top, you can see I did get it down to the 732, negative 732 population, but I would need to have power leveled up my Babel to get it up to be able to cover that. You'll notice that I only have 3 supply buildings here. Um, if you look, I went a little heavy on my military. I have three of the high Middle Ages military. I have 2 ballista camps and 2 archery ranges for my GVG endeavors. Um, and everything here is subject to change. This would just be, you know, something to aspire to and help me plan out. Like I could at least, if I get a Temple of Relics, I know okay, I'm gonna want to put it in this corner. And if I get a Haga, I know okay, I'm gonna want to put it right there. That way I can gradually build my city up to where it would be this right here. I hope this helped you guys um, understand, how to use this tool a little better. I know I was coming in and out because it does take time. You have to mess around with it and get your roads right, and you have to, have a little bit of knowledge of what the plan is to start with. What kind of player are you? Are you a goods trader? Do you want to not worry about army at all and just trade? Do you want to go, all out in GE and GVG and just give it your all being a fighter and not worry about goods? I mean, this could go a million different ways. There's no wrong way and no wrong answer as far as building your town. But if you look, you can use this tool and you can play with it for a little while, and you can keep all your roads straight and keep your extra spaces down to a minimum. And hopefully this will just help you create a more efficient city. Um, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. This has been NFG. We're out. Well, I was gonna stop it right there till I realized I didn't do the reveal. What kind of build video would it be if I didn't do the reveal? Let's look at this thing. Well, if you'll agree with me, we'll get up here where we can see. All right, let's look at this thing. Gee, man, that Joker looks nice. Look at that thing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try to do, folks. We'll be balling if we can get all that done. But yeah, I just jumped back on here right quick to do the reveal. Of course, we know before we get there, we have to have this Babel up to where it can cover it. Seven. We're gonna try to cover 800 people. Uh, Actually, probably before we get there, we're gonna have the Zeus, the COA, and the Babel at least at level 10. And there's one there's one that I forgot to do in this build. The CDM. I forgot to put in the Castle Del Monte. So we might have to do another build to try to work that in. But this is just to give you guys an example of how I would future plan. But as you can see, I'm not perfect. I forgot a very, very important great building, which is the Castle Del Monte. Um, it's another, at level 10, it's another 30% attack. It's something that you just can't afford to overlook. But all right, I hope this was insightful for you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. I just wanted to do the reveal right fast because I didn't think it was right not doing it. All right, we'll see you guys next time.